Welcome to the very first Whovian Society,
Yes.
a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Charlie.
Let's talk about Doctor Who.
Let's go. Woo,
Right.
The best thing to talk about.
So, this is quite a spontaneous affair.
It is. Because, I basically just wanted to express... we're both huge Doctor Who nerds, obviously, as you can tell, because we're making this show. And I
thought we were talking about Star Trek.
No, really? Oh, damn. Well, mate, you're in the wrong place there. 'Cause I've never actually watched Star Trek. Never seen it.
Have you never seen Star Trek?
There's better things out there, you know? It's Doctor Who.
Even I've seen Star Trek.
I've seen clips. You know what I've seen? I've
I've
seen
movies,
comic strip where the Doctor meets Patrick Stewart, his character's called.
They did do that.
They did do that. That's the only bit of Star Trek I've seen, really. Because
you've not seen the J.J. Abrams movies?
No, man, no.
What? Those were huge.
It's just never really. I don't know. It just looks like Star Wars, but a bit a bit boring, really. Like just a bit
less cool.
Plain.
There's no lightsabers.
Yeah, pretty much. They're just floating in this ship, all in military costume, and just there's one guy that's in charge, and everyone's like following him, like it's just like. It's just I don't know. I'll give it a try just because you said that now.
Hopefully there are no Star Trek fans.
Yeah, I must have offended a lot of people. Well, you never know. Maybe in the future there'll be a Star Trek podcast where maybe you never know.
They're almost definitely.
Maybe after this podcast,
we're not the only Doctor Who podcast. Let's be real.
I thought it was a completely new original idea.
We are like 200th down the list.
So I know. Well, that's what I got the idea for. I saw all these videos, people talking about Doctor Who.
So
I thought, you know what? I've got so much to say. We've both got so much to say.
So I suppose we've got to talk about the elephant in the room. Did you know that Doctor Who is 60 this year?
Whoa! No way. Are you being serious?
It's quite a.
The show's been going for 60 years. I didn't know that.
It's quite a landmark of.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
The diamond anniversary.
Is there a 50th anniversary?
Oh,
They've done that.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago. Funny enough.
Oh yeah. It was called the Doctor's Day or something.
Close enough.
Yeah. I'm not actually this oblivious, guys. I actually do know what I'm talking about.
It's just a character.
But, yeah. It's just Well, aren't we all?
The guy that's oblivious to Doctor Who doing a Doctor Who podcast.
Yeah. You have to teach me a few things. So I've never. Yeah.
So we.
So obviously, 60th anniversary. Yeah. Tomorrow actually, because we're recording this. On the
So we're recording this a couple of days early. It's going to be the first one we put out, and we're going to put it out on Friday because I'm lucky enough to have a day off.
Imagine that.
So I'm going to do the graft. I'm going to do the hard work.
The grafting. Well, I just have to sit back, relax, and just
reap the rewards.
Yeah.
They'll be all like, we really like that Charlie, but that Chris. Not sure about Chris.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm doing the work.
He's just the man behind the computer, basically. I'm the doctor. You're just unit. You're just
great.
You're just
not even the brigadier.
Unit
as a whole.
You're just Malcolm. You're Malcolm.
Malcolm.
You're Lee Evans.
Right.
If ever, hopefully they've got the reference. People watching this. Otherwise, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
But 60th anniversary.
60th anniversary. So we just decided that we thought this first episode, we should just dedicate it to our hopes, our dreams, our expectations.
Because we don't know anything about it yet.
Yeah, for the 60th anniversary. And I think we should just go special by special. Maybe we should talk as a whole about it, and we'll go special by special because I think there's something to talk about with each special, really, based on what we know. But I think
so many leaks, so many teasers, so much misdirection with it, and it's like a whole year of it, whole year.
I think we let's just go with our general feelings about it. If my general feelings probably will have changed throughout the course of the year. There was times where it felt like we were not getting anything, even though we
weren't getting much. Or...
So even though we've had more reveals and filming announcements than ever before, it was kind of like we got the title reveals in May.
Yeah, so you kind of think they were delaying it,
and to me it kind of almost felt like
it was a good tactic for them. Though,
yeah,
because a lot of things reveal so much too quick. Like you look at Marvel, they just reveal the trailer, they reveal the plot, reveal the villain, and Doctor Who's done it very well. They just kind of they keep you on your toes, you know.
I do get why we're getting them all over consecutive weeks in November.
Yeah,
but there was a part of me like
when did they finish filming it? It's quite early,
last summer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Summer 2022.
Well, maybe it just shows there's a lot of editing. Like they've probably had to crack down a lot.
I mean, these episodes must be good.
Oh yeah. I think
they've had enough time.
They've gone above and beyond. I think. I think they know it's good. Like I'd be so disappointed if it's not. But it's not going to be bad. Yeah. I know. I just know.
It can't be.
Yeah, it can't be. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I mean, we've known before the title reveals, but there was a part of me that kind of almost felt like you're getting David Tennant and Catherine Tate back for 3 specials, and it almost felt like they should spread them out over the year.
Yeah.
I
do like it. It's just all in one month. Though.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
I do like that it's weekly.
It's like Christmas just comes early.
Yeah, it feels like a mini series.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But
I think because it's such a long wait, I think it's right for them to just give it.
But there was also like if they had done it gradually, you could have almost treated each one as this insanely massive thing. Whereas now it's like, yes, they're all individual, but it's very much treated as we're getting 3 specials over 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think there was definitely the possibility to go, let's have one in spring. Yeah. Let's have one of like,
they said
October.
It
let's have one
first
at the end of November.
They said it might only just be one episode when they first came together. Catherine Tate, David Tennant, Studios. They were like, it could only be one episode. It might be a flashback. So I think they kind of got the most they could out of it.
The flashback idea. I thought.
I'm glad they didn't go with it. I'm really glad they didn't go with it.
So am I. But I thought this was a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
Because apparently, they've talked about doing that in the past before, like before the 60th, and I was like, that's weird. Like when did that occur?
I think the same. If I ever did have to do the 60th, my idea. Of course, I've planned this in my head like a billion times, but like back when
all the Doctors,
well,
even the ones you haven't seen,
pretty much, man. Like I think someone else had a similar idea on YouTube. I might have nicked it. I don't know. I don't really care. Anyway, but basically a series. Each episode would be a different Doctor. So it would start with the first Doctor having an adventure, and then the second Doctor would be the second episode having a similar, and they have a similar theme basically. Have like the same arc as a normal series would, and then it comes to the final Doctor in the end. And they'd all come together to solve the main villain. That's my idea. But then, I've never heard of budget apparently because that would not work.
Also, have you read my mind?
Really? I think I have. Maybe I have. Maybe I have.
I've been saying for a while that a really cool spin-off idea, because I've heard lots of people talking about how they're coming back just because David Tennant's coming back. And I have a concern of once he's gone, people just drop off again.
I don't think they will.
Even though I think people should stay, because I think Shooty Gap was going to be amazing.
I think everyone loves him because they know from
and it's Russell T Davies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's from Disney Plus. That's like the most current thing which you can possibly get.
But I thought a cool spin-off idea would be an anthology series where you have each episode is an adventure with that a particular Doctor. And what made me came up with this idea was Christopher Eccleston has said before, if you want me back, get me, just me. Like he doesn't want to do the multi-Doctor thing. Capaldi's not interested in the multi-Doctor thing.
It sucks. That's such a shame.
But I think if you want to get these actors back for like a story in live action, do an anthology series where you do a snapshot adventure from each Doctor, and at this point,
but isn't that basically Big Finish?
But in live action,
I know you mean. Yeah. But in this scenario, budget doesn't exist. And how are you going to do the older Doctors? Are you going to get other actors to play them?
David Bradley does the first Doctor.
They can easily get someone on. His son is
Sean Pertwee is.
But he wouldn't do it. He's like, multiple times. He said he wouldn't do it, but he could do it. That's the thing.
He's dressed as his dad for Halloween.
Yeah, Sean,
he's got the costume.
Sean, if you're listening, you know, come on, man.
I love the Third Doctor.
Yeah, like, I do. I love the Bondness of him, the gadgets. Yeah.
But I mean, you don't necessarily have to stick to doing all of the Doctors.
Yeah.
Like, I think you could go.
Well, Matt Smith just come back for one. Yeah.
I think you could go.
I mean,
all right, we got Paul McGann, we got Matt Smith, we got Eccleston, we got Tennant.
Yeah.
There's your mini series.
Yeah.
Like everyone would kill.
I reckon they were considering that at a point because obviously it was like the Jodie Whittaker era. They kind of just like, right, what should we do next? We need to do something to fix this. And I think they probably did consider something similar to that. Something different from the usual.
Yeah, I mean,
this could be a villain, an arc.
That's probably why we got.
Well, that's what I was thinking the other day because in the interview they were like, "How did you come back? How did you decide to come back to the show?"
Oh, is this the group text thing?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that is.
It's so funny.
I do kind of think like maybe.
No,
I don't know.
No,
maybe
I don't think it is, and the only reason I don't think it is.
I mean, I have a feeling the BBC just pushed Russell T Davies to come back, and he eventually went, right, I'm coming back, but only if I can do X, Y, Z. Like,
I think what it is there is some truth to that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm not calling them a liar. So, I'm not trying to out you guys.
A couple of things that like Russell said. This is why you should like. I'm just going to subtly promote Doctor Who magazine. Buy Doctor Who magazine because it's like great. A gold mine for things like this. Yeah. But Rusty Davies has said. He said two things. One is that he was in a group chat with David Tennant and Catherine Tate. Catherine Tate apparently was the one that suggested it originally.
Yeah.
And it was during like the lockdown tweet along stuff, which was great fun.
I guess during COVID.
Yeah.
I guess.
And
it's not bad.
Russell.
They came back for like audio.
Yeah. And Russell approached the BBC because the BBC didn't know what they were going to do once Chibnall and Jodie had left.
Yeah.
And he approached the BBC saying that Catherine Tate and David Tennant were interested in doing.
And the BBC were like, yeah, we'll definitely do. I mean, they're going to say no. They probably thought it was too good to be true, actually.
And I think the story goes, the BBC offered Rusty Davies to come back as showrunner.
Yeah.
The really interesting thing is, and this is in Doctor Who magazine, Russell lists out everything that he had as like his conditions to coming back.
Yes.
One of which was having all of like Doctor Who media available on BBC iPlayer under the Whoviverse, and I was like, you bloody legend.
Absolutely.
I was like, you absolute hero.
No, that was one missing. It's like it just had the modern series. Any of the spin-offs. It was like, where's Doctor Who? You can't.
But that's why.
I'm glad they got Sarah Jane back.
That's why it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's why it's really hard to keep it in the public consciousness because you don't have a place where it's all just readily available.
Well, especially with other things like MCU, Star Wars got their own universe. I think they kind of got to keep up with the trend. You know?
Also, the Whoviverse, great name.
I love it. The intro.
Oh my god!
Beautiful. A lot of people are saying, "Oh no, Doctor Who, he's not meant to be like this." But no, embrace it. Why not?
I have heard the times.
A
bit of people going, "Oh, it should have the Doctor Who theme in it."
No, and I'm that's for the show. That's for the show.
It doesn't need it doesn't need that because then if you're gonna have, let's say we watch The Star Beast on Saturday. And it opens with the Whoviverse logo.
Then I'd be pissed off.
Right.
Yeah, then I'd be annoyed.
Well, no, I don't know. Like,
really? I don't know.
I think
the actual show should have...
So I think if it opens with that, like a movie, right? Where it opens with its production logo, pre-title scene, and then the Doctor Who title sequence. That's quite cool.
Okay.
Because then it's like the...
Yeah.
If we're drawing MCU...
I guess
parallels. That's what it's doing.
But they don't want to be too like MCU, They don't want to be too Marvel. That's the one thing which I always liked about Doctor Who is it's its own thing,
I wouldn't be shocked if on BBC One there is no Whoviverse logo. I'd be shocked if on iPlayer there's no Whoviverse logo in front of it. I honestly think every new episode I think every new thing will have the Whovian logo.
Yeah. What do you think? Well, the spin-off didn't entail the TARDIS. I guess that's kind of Isn't there meant to be another spin-off? With I heard somewhere early on that it was going to be a spin-off with the villains.
There's been a lot of rumours.
Yeah, I guess But the villains
recently,
of Doctor Who, there's meant to be stories about them.
Yeah, recently Rusty Evans said most of the spin-offs that have been rumoured are inaccurate.
Oh, they are. Okay. Right,
which includes the unit one, which I thought was the most likely.
But to be honest, I kind of see that didn't happen because.
Well, I actually thought that was going to be the Torchwood replacement.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's basically just Torchwood, but a bit more serious.
There is something to it.
There is. There's a lot of history with it.
Get Gemma Redgrave.
It's fair.
Great.
Yeah. And Lee Evans should come back.
The rumoured.
I love Malcolm.
The rumoured lead cast for that show was going to be Gemma Redgrave.
Oswin.
Ingrid.
That's it. Yeah.
Oliver.
Oliver.
And Freema Agyeman, Martha Jones. Oh my God! You put Martha Jones in the spin-off.
Oh yeah, then everyone.
I am watching it.
Yeah. So there's no doubt.
I love Martha.
Yeah, I do.
Great character.
I reckon she should come back in the new.
She's got to do something.
She's got to. Yeah. I mean, I think she would. She's still doing her own thing. She's still current.
Yeah, she's still around.
She's still around.
She's up for it as well. Like she's done conventions and fans have asked her, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
She came back to Torture with that, so it was great. I would like to see Torture come back, but I don't think they can do it without.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I was going to call him Captain Jack there, but they can't do it without John Barrowman really. And then obviously controversial.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. The
Water under the bridge. We've gone on a wild.
Yeah, I was around with a little.
So I suppose let's break it down. All right, we've got 3 specials.
Yes.
We've got the Star Beast. We've got Wild Blue Yonder.
That's what we know. There might be something else. You never know. There might be a mini-sode in between. Who knows? You can't.
I don't want to doubt.
You can't. That's what I mean. You can't.
But I think it's going to just be the special.
Yeah.
And then
you never know. I hope.
So we actually do have synopsises for all 3 episodes.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Vague one for the second one, right?
Super vague one.
What's the synopsis for the second one? All I know is
it's something like they're.
Yeah.
It's just super vague. I think it's like they're in a.
Yeah, they're trapped somewhere.
Yeah.
They're trapped somewhere. It's the Doctor and Donna.
It's the most vague synopsis ever written.
Yeah. Well, on the Instagram, they put a blue box and a spaceship in the caption. So, I mean, that's all we know. They could be in a blue box, which should be the TARDIS, but then the TARDIS is run away, apparently, the trailer.
The Star Beast has a synopsis, but it's also...
that's the one I'm most clear on,
Yeah,
actually.
it's also based off a comic book.
Yeah,
that we just know more about.
Have you seen this new...
And then the Giggle got a synopsis recently.
Has it?
Which kind of confirmed a lot of things that people have been speculating.
I kind of got a bit of a synopsis from the trailer.
The synopsis talked about how a laughing puppet has brainwashed the world, and it's a fight that the Doctor cannot win.
Ooh, okay. Because I knew it was like the human race is being controlled.
Sounds so interesting.
Yeah, because
and the puppet is...
She says, how do you fight the human race?
The puppet is Stooky Bill, which, if you know anything about Stooky Bill, Bill is the when TV was invented. TV was invented by John Logie Bird.
Oh, is it the creepy puppet and the the technical glitch? Oh, is it that?
So the very first TV. No. I'm thinking that's a little bit later on. The very first
I do know what you're
TV broadcast is this puppet that they had to blast with light, and apparently it just melted over time because they were just hammering it with all these bulbs.
Oh, that sounds quite.
And supposedly the toy maker is using that to brainwash all of the human race.
I wonder how they're going to explain. Obviously it's a different actor from the one in the 60s.
Apparently, there's a flashback.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Rusty Davies said in the Doctor magazine. So there's a flashback featuring Michael Michael Gough, who played the toy maker in the 60s. When I read that, I went, "What?"
So,
I was
is he still alive?
What? No,
he's not. So it must be archived or
it's
they kind of make it look like he's a different scene.
It's one of those moments where I've gone, I know Disney haven't put any money into the specials.
Yeah.
But it feels like they have.
The thing is, nowadays you can do so much without a budget. You think about it, like.
Can you?
Well, you can if you really try. If you really try, you can. You can. There is so much.
The struggles of my fan series.
Well, that's what we make it work. You know. We obviously make our own films and stuff, but like we make it work. It can be done. It might not be very good, but it will. But the thing is, they've done it before in the Moffat era. And
there is definitely an increased budget because Russ T. Davies says a lot of times when he's asked,
just look at the quality of the 60s.
When he's asked about what the difference is, he often goes, "Well, the budget."
Yeah.
First response is like, "Yep."
Yeah,
I see that.
Well, you know what it is. The specials they look like a feature film, but it looks like Doctor Who at the same time. Like with the Jodie Whittaker era.
I do think the Jodie Whittaker era looked
had great visuals, but it looked too much like Star Wars or. Like the lens, I wasn't a fan of the lens flares and all these like, I don't know, it just didn't have that Doctor Who feel to it. You know what I mean? Like with the end of like Series 10 had great effects, great visuals.
I love Series 10.
And it wasn't like I love Series 10. Yeah, it wasn't like over the top though. You know
I am
mean?
a Capaldi lover.
Oh yeah, so much.
I don't like Series 9. I'll admit that.
I like episodes.
But Series 8 and Series 10, I will defend to my dying breath.
Yeah, no. Series 10 is beautiful.
Series 8 is a great launch for Capaldi.
If they continued...
And Series 10 is when Capaldi is really in it.
Oh, yeah. They continued that vibe, Series 10, for the next few series. It would have, I think...
It's hard to do, though, when you're relaunching the show, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's the one thing it's one of the things that I really love about Doctor Who as a whole, is it knows how to reinvent itself.
Oh, yeah.
It's a reinventing show.
Yeah, that's why it's just been around for so long.
But so the specials. Let's start with Star Beast, the one we know the most about.
Yeah.
Do you know the comic book?
I haven't read it. I know about it. I know there's Beat the Meat. There's a little alien who's lost in Earth.
Yeah.
And it's got the Fourth Doctor in it.
Yeah.
And
it's got a character called Fudge who's also in this special.
Oh, see, I don't know who Fudge is.
So I haven't read it either. But I'm the kind of nerd that will deep dive on
I've seen
internet
bits of it, but
to the point where it's like I might as well have just read the comic book.
Yeah.
So I know.
It's like when you watch a video on TikTok, Instagram, it's like explaining the film. You're like,
the full story.
Yeah.
Like I know exactly how that story starts and ends.
Yeah. Is it basically just copying? Well, he's not going to copy it, but it's like adapting, isn't it? Yeah.
Judging by some of the reviews, I think. A lot of the stuff around Beep, or as they're calling him, the Meep.
Yeah.
In the comics, he's Beep the Meep.
He's not an evil. He's good, isn't he? Oh, right. He turns out to be.
Spoiler warning.
Don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it. But in the comics, was he like? Okay, yeah, just no. Don't say anything. Don't say it. Zip it.
If you don't know, I'm shocked. I
thought he was like. Oh, he's quite a cute, innocent little.
Do you want to know?
No, I kind of guessed he's evil now.
I'll show you a photo later.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually brilliant.
So he's actually quite damn.
It's actually brilliant. Yeah. I will flash up spoiler warning
question,
in this podcast.
Do you think in the Star Beast, do you think the comic adventure is canon? So do you think the Doctor will go, I recognise you?
No, the comic adventure
is not canon.
This is going to like decanonize.
Yeah. Okay. Fair,
which
fair. I was going to say.
I don't think is a insanely terrible thing. I don't think people are going to be upset
there's so
about
many comic book adventures which don't make sense in the canon. What
was really amazing to hear, and I've heard this a lot because I've seen lots of interviews with Russell and David recently, and Russell said that when he came back he was like I just wanted to do a really classic Doctor Who adventure, and the Star Beast just really lends itself, and it does. It's I think
it's a nice way to ease it in.
E.T. The Doctor Who. That's right.
Great, yeah.
And what's really funny is David said he remembers receiving that first script and opening the first few pages. He goes, I read this comic when I was a kid. He immediately recognised it. And I was like.
Well, that's like the ultimate.
It's that's the thing. It's like you always want your Doctor to be a fan of the show.
Yeah.
And David really embodies that.
Yeah, that's one thing. But Joe, I guess you could say Matt Smith wasn't a fan either. But I don't know. I just don't feel like Jodie Whittaker was connected to the show. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't think
She admits it though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
And
I think it was a very random.
And I think she's really good with the fans.
Yeah.
Like she's really good at like.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like being the Doctor essentially.
Yeah. I feel like she was just
it
a
is
textbook Doctor.
Yeah,
like she was just typical.
Yeah, there's a lot of
like someone created a character design.
Yeah, there's a lot of
website, and then that's the 13th Doctor.
There's a lot of just like you can see 10 in her, you can see 11 in her, you can see 12 in her. There's a lot of like you could just see a lot of the modern Doctors.
I didn't see any 12 in her. I don't think there was much 12 in her. As
a 12th Doctor lover.
I thought she was just an exaggerated version.
A little bit of 12, but like later 12, not early 12, not 12 where he's like, am I a good man?
Oh yeah, not
or am I a dark brooding?
None of that.
yeah. More of the like kind of series 10, 12 where he's kind of come to realise he is a good man.
Yeah. The redemption.
Yeah.
I guess she kind of you look at it like that. She did. There was a few references, wasn't there, to the 12?
Yeah, and obviously like she that was her previous incarnation.
Yeah,
so there is going to be a little bit of hangover initially.
True.
But so Star Beast I think is going to be very much cut and paste, classic Doctor Who.
Classic, but
I think there'll be some very exciting stuff. I think the ending's
going to be so interesting.
So
are they going to end it on such a cliffhanger? I reckon.
The reviews.
Wow.
Right, every review I've seen has been 4 out of 5 stars. Right, and that always intrigues me because I always like to know what's like the thing that like holds it back. And they're all saying like, "Oh, it's return to form." Blah 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 blah. Rushed ending.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, rushed ending.
Okay.
Which is really interesting because there's 3 specials. And Rusty Davies has.
I thought the ending would be like a smacker.
He does have a habit of rushed endings.
Yeah.
But then listening to him on Radio 2, he was on BBC Radio 2 yesterday, so the 21st, and I listened to it today at work. It was him and David Tennant. Really funny. I recommend it. If you've got BBC Sounds on your phone.
I haven't watched this one actually.
Download the BBC Sounds out there. Right. Listen to BBC Radio 2. David Tennant, he does the traffic with the traffic guy.
Right.
Really funny. Right. Just like that. There are bits that are just not Doctor Who related whatsoever, and it's just comedy gold.
Yeah.
But something that Rusty Davies said that I was like, I don't think they said that before.
Yeah.
I was like that feels like new information.
Yeah.
It was something that I feel like I kind of assumed, but he'd been saying for a long time that the 3 specials are self-contained, they're individual, and I was like, that's really interesting because.
Well, Doctor Who can do that very well.
But
that's what it's always kind of done.
But it's really interesting because with like the whole bringing Donna back and everything, it felt like there was meant to be a larger thread. I think he did say though on this interview, each special ends with a cliffhanger that leads into the next one.
That's what I mean.
And I was like. So they are self-contained, except
I reckon they do link.
They
each
all
other.
connect.
Yeah, well, it's like the series, like most series, are their own solo episodes, but there's always like a theme. Like series 4, the darkness is coming. Series 6, isn't he dead in the future? Do you know what I mean? It's always something.
I even think,
but it doesn't affect the story that much.
I even think the giggle will end on a cliffhanger that leads into the Christmas special.
Do you think
the Church on Ruby Road?
I think it's gonna be I think it's just gonna like.
But I think it'll be
like.
But I think it'll be a cliffhanger that's Doctor connected.
Yeah.
So it'll be like Shooty connected.
Yeah.
So that then when you see the Christmas special, it's like you could not have seen that.
Yeah.
And still get it.
Okay. Interesting. I think Star Beast is gonna be like a solid Doctor Donnan reunion series 4.
Cut and dry.
Yeah, basically. It's just going to be like the Donna Noble family.
I don't know if you've seen
what's Donna up to nowadays?
I don't know if you've seen any of the clips for it.
But
there were some clips that they put out there of gold.
You know what I thought interesting, actually? Have you seen the clip of the unit soldier knocking on the door? And he's like, "Can I come in?" Or let me in or something.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And then he's like, David Tennant's like, and he
can you repeat that?
Yeah.
Not today, thank you.
And then the soldier's got like these alien eyes. So that's interesting because what's going on there? Is that going to be related to the giggle where everyone's controlled by this one thing? Or?
No, I know what that is.
Oh, well, don't tell me! Don't dare tell me! Sorry,
it's again the comic book.
Oh, okay, you know what it. Oh, okay, right.
I know what it is.
Interesting.
So I can't wait because we're gonna watch it together on
Saturday. Yeah.
So I can't wait because I didn't know. I didn't know
more.
Charlie didn't know this little about that comic book. I thought everyone kind of knew.
Well, I know the basis of the comic book, basics, but I don't know the details. Which I kind of like that.
It's gonna be an
I want to go into watching it.
It's gonna be an interesting
with a fresh view. Yeah, I don't want to know too much about it.
Also, it's been a long time since I've done a Doctor Who watch party.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
last time I held
I've never done one.
Yeah. Last time I held a Doctor Who watch
it
party.
More.
Last time I held a Doctor Who watch party was for The Woman Who Fell to Earth.
Oh, yeah. And then you never had one.
And my friends went, it looked good, but it was a bit crap. I was just like,
hey.
Oh,
wow.
harsh.
No, it was great. Great. I mean, I watched it. It was a solid start. Then
I don't think it helped that it didn't have the intro. Like it didn't have the.
Yeah.
I thought it was a weird choice.
Yeah, I do kind of like that intro. It's like
I do like
reminiscence
it's
of the
very
first
classic.
Doctors. Yeah. The weird.
I like that theme.
What are they like? Weird
the wall
things. I don't know, what do you call
it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So the Star Beast, I think
I'm very excited.
It is exciting. But
I think it's going to be a nice watch. It's not going to be too confusing for new people to go into.
Yeah.
But I think it's just going to be classic Doctor
Who.
Saturday night. Just let you know.
The two things that I'm most excited about seeing, and they sound like really stupid considering it's Tennant and Tate.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about seeing the new title sequence.
Yeah,
because.
But do you think it's going to be the Series 4 one?
No.
Remember they introduced the thing?
Because Russell said it's not.
Oh, good. Because I thought it was
new title sequence.
Okay, cool. Is it going to be the same one as the Shooties one though? Do you think?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like. So I'm excited
I
about that.
think it would be quite similar to David Tennant's original one because it's. David Tennant,
I think it will have some.
Or maybe I reckon for
similarities.
Shooty Gatwas, it would be like Tom Baker's because you got the Tom Baker logo, isn't
Yeah, I hope they keep that logo for a while.
Oh, I love that logo. When I saw they
I think they should keep that logo for at least a decade because you're trying to build the universe. You're trying to build a brand.
Yeah.
So it's like you've got to keep a consistent logo.
Well, they can tweak it a bit, but it would be the same.
But like that diamond shaped logo, it's a really iconic looking logo as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Loads of people are like, oh, that's the Paw Patrol. No. It's Doctor Who came first. Thank you. Yeah. But you know what I'm excited to see?
But I'm excited to see that, and I'm also excited to see, and I didn't know I was excited to see this again until I listened to the BBC Radio 2 interview. Russell said, we're seeing the new TARDIS interior on Saturday.
Oh, it's going to be good.
We've not...
Finally, we've seen TARDIS one.
We've seen some leaked concepts.
Yeah.
But we've not seen
I hope it's
any photos of the actual...
leaked concepts, because...
I don't think it'll be as white.
I hope not.
The leaked concepts are so white.
But I do like the white, because it's like the classic Doctor.
I like the because the console looked a little bit more reminiscent of Smith's second TARDIS and Capaldi's TARDIS. Love that console. One of my favourite.
It kind of had a little like David Tennant TARDIS.
Yeah.
The console look.
I love that clean.
Yeah.
Shape with all like the deliberate controls.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Like a space machine, not an organic.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Spider.
I like the grungy 9 and 10 TARDIS.
Yeah.
Grew up on that TARDIS.
I mean, I like it.
I do like
it's
that
not my
TARDIS.
favourite though. It's not.
But I
quite like the madman scientist.
I'm a fan of like the clean aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like the classic era had a lot of that as well. It's just.
Yeah.
It's just. It looks like a time machine.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I guess the David Tennant, or like 9 and 10, was quite like mad, wacky scientist. The hammer and the. The weird keyboard and
perfect for post Time War.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, but I did like Series 5 when it was just fresh. No raggedy, clean suit with a bow tie and a nice clean TARDIS.
I'm not a massive fan of that TARDIS.
See, I'm a fan of it because I grew up on it.
It's too weird.
It is very weird. I like, I don't like the.
It's why I love.
Big it is, but I like the concept.
It's why I love the redesign when we get to the snowman so much because with the original Smith TARDIS, it feels like they don't know if they want to go grungy again.
Yes.
Or clean cut.
Yeah. It was a bit.
It's got a bit of an
weird.
identity crisis.
Yeah. Then the 12s was just
it's an interesting.
12's TARDIS is beautiful. You can't deny
the orange lights.
Yeah,
Come
the
on,
orange and
like,
the yellow.
It's
it's beautiful.
the bookcases
and all
as well.
the purple and blue on the console. That's just like
it's a dream.
I like the bookcases. That was like 8th Doctor, 7th Doctor.
The bit when Clara walks into the TARDIS at the end, deep breath, and he's sat in the armchair.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh,
it's just it's who he is. He's an old man. You know, he's an old time traveller who's just chilling. He's reading up in history.
so good.
The thing, Levin's TARDIS, I did like the little things on the console, like the what did it have, like the typewriter and the like the weird little gadgets. It was quite like childish, but I liked that.
Yeah, but it was just a bit too weird.
Yeah, as growing up, I loved it, but
it's an interesting set.
Yeah.
From the perspective of like when you look at it, you open the doors and it's like immediately presented with like stairs to a platform and there's stairs that go.
Yeah, I like that.
Like it's an interesting. It's an interesting.
He's doing with the cables. And I like that.
Yeah, it's an interesting build. It's just a really strange.
I didn't like the the back of it had like this little platform and a wall which went. That was a bit too much. There was like if you look at a picture of it, it's like a yellow wall. These triangles. And sometimes you go behind it.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit too much. But yeah.
Was it a comic relief for children special where Rory's underneath the TARDIS and Amy's wearing a skirt and she's standing on top?
It is, yes. That's where the TARDIS goes.
And I was just like,
inside
yeah,
the TARDIS.
And I was just like, that's too much.
Yeah, that was very Stephen Moffat.
It's like there's a lot.
I think Stephen Moffat actually just did that a lot though. But he just kind of screw it.
Without I don't want to get too bogged down in like politics,
the detail,
right? But like you get people that are so irate about having a trans actor playing a character in upcoming hit, right? Saying it's not appropriate for kids. I would argue a comedy skit implying Rory looking up the skirt of his wife.
No, there is so much within
It's not appropriate for kids.
Matt Smith's era was like actually there was complaints that it was Doctor Who was too sexy.
It was a bit.
I mean, yeah, right. It was Matt Smith.
I love Series 5.
He is a sexy looking guy. In Series 6, he is like wow, like you know what I mean.
I love Series 5, but it is a bit sexy.
No, it is. Yeah. You're right. There is a bit too much of it. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say it now. Karen Gillan was my first crush. Yeah. I mean, you can't.
I met her at Comic Con where it only cost £25 an autograph. Now you go to Comic Con. It's like 90.
Yeah.
She's Nebula now.
I just remember. Oh yeah. She's done well for herself. I mean, I remember 10-year-old me watching Doctor Who, 11th hour in the police outfit. I was just like, wow. That's when I first realised.
Every boy's fantasy.
Yeah, that's when I first realised. Wow. I like girls.
Again.
Open my mind.
Again.
Yeah.
Matt Smith's era was just probably a little bit too sexy.
It was. I mean, towards the end of Series 7, I mean, that was kind of less sexy.
Yeah, although
but
Clara, I mean, come on.
Oh, it's fair. Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, not as good though as Karen Gillan. But yeah, well, yeah. I'm so.
For me, I'm not to show my age. I'm slightly older.
Yeah. What are you,
I'm 26.
Oh, that's not too much older.
I'm not that much older than Charlie, but I'm a little bit older.
Yeah, I'm 45. But I lived through the era of older now.
So I grew up. I actually was exposed to Doctor Who before the revival. So I was exposed to Doctor Who in 2004. I was born in 96.
Yes,
exposed to Doctor Who in 2004.
Yeah.
I was there for the show relaunch in 2005.
Ooh.
I'm like a diehard New Who.
I was 3 years old. I had no idea what was going on.
My first
crush
as a kid was Rose Tyler.
See, I don't actually
like 10th Doctor and Rose.
Yeah, I know.
I actually
hate
really
it.
dislike that.
I think it's just like a bit
but
weird.
As a kid,
I think it's really weird because she's 19, the Doctor's 906. How is that normal?
As a kid though, I was just like, this really pretty girl, and all she wants to do is go and eat chips. Like absolutely.
Yes, great.
Yeah. And that's what Series 1 felt like. It was just like she always wanted to just go get chips. I was like, I'll go get chips for you.
That's what you. I don't. Billie Piper's she's an attractive person.
And then,
I don't, not really my type though.
Yeah, and then after that, it probably wasn't an Amy Pond.
Yeah. Actually, I think Martha's quite.
But like, I was because I was quite young actually when Rose left. So although I actually kind of dislike a lot of series 2 now.
It has its bits and Its
as a kid,
I
was traumatized.
Yeah.
By her exit, like I was
of course.
Absolutely.
I mean, my first watch, I was still like, God, the Doctor. This poor guy. But
I couldn't believe. Obviously, then as I grew up, I got a little bit. I could cope with it more.
Yeah.
But I remember being scared of the Daleks, scared of the Cybermen,
scared
I was
of the
Weeping Angel.
Of the Daleks, but you know what I was scared of? My first memories is seeing a Doctor Who magazine with the human hybrid Doctor.
Dalek.
Daleks in Manhattan. I saw that, the tentacles and the head and the suit. I saw that on a magazine cover, and this is before I actually ever watched Doctor Who. I saw that, and it freaked the hell out of me. I was so scared. I couldn't get to sleep because of it. I was like, I'm never ever watching that show. Well, here I am now.
there are 3 stories in You that scared me, and it was all stories actually that happened before I went into high school.
Oh, okay,
So Dalek in series 1,
okay.
because I thought it's insane that you can have this one thing that can kill this amount of people.
Yeah, I guess.
And just be like unrelenting. And it just seems, and like it's in this warehouse
chained
underground.
up.
It's like it's really claustrophobic and
I do love that story.
brilliant acting from Eccleston.
Yeah, it is great writing that.
And then
the Dalek.
Funny enough, Are You My Mummy didn't scare me as a kid.
Yeah, no, you know what scared the hell out of me?
Which was weird.
The silence.
Really?
They gave me nightmare.
I was older than you.
Yeah, when I went to bed as a kid, I thought there was a silence standing next to me. I was like, well, but look at it, I'm not going to remember it. Yeah. I thought I'd forgotten there was a silence. That scared the hell out of me. And that's why I love Doctor Who, because obviously the Doctor came in all swagger, just stopping the silence. It made me feel safe.
So my thing was, it was Dalek in series 1. It was, and then when we saw all of the Daleks in the finale, I thought, oh my god, we're all gonna die. Then in series 2, it was the Cybermen. Yeah. Because the actual thought of, like, I could just get grabbed by a Cyberman and turned into one.
Those Cybermen actually scared me. They scared me.
It's terrifying.
Yeah,
and then the third one, and the last time Doctor Who actually properly scared me, because as you grow up, you realise it's not real. But the last one that properly scared me, and I kind of wised up when it got to, but I appreciate that Stephen Moffat is the master of this. But it was the Weeping Angels in Blink.
See, I don't actually find them scary.
I don't find them scary anymore.
I mean, they got less scary.
2007, when I watched Blink. I was convinced that every statue was alive.
Yeah.
I couldn't look at a statue.
I mean, the thing about them though, they just send you back in time, and
to live out your life.
Yeah, but you're in a world where the Doctor can just go back and save you, surely, right?
Well, that didn't work out for Amy and Rory, did it?
But that's what annoyed me about that finale. Couldn't the Doctor just go back and
it would create a paradox.
Oh, the Doctor, he can get around that easily. Come on, let's be realistic. He's done it. He could do it if he really wanted to. I think he was just being a bit lazy.
but I would say, like, I've not been. I was never scared on any of Moffat's other creations.
Yeah,
but that's because I was growing up.
Weirdly, I know it's a terrible episode, but the flesh, they did scare me a bit. When obviously the CGI, I look back at it, is awful now, but the episode, she comes out the toilet cubicle, her neck expands to that actually kind of scared me.
It's a really dull 2-part of that.
Oh, it is. No, it is. But when I watched it as a kid, I was like, damn.
It has 2 very cool cliffhangers.
Yeah.
It's the Ganger Doctor in the Rebel Flesh, and then it's the Amy's not the real Amy.
In
the Almost People, So there's 2 very cool cliffhangers for a very dull story.
I did find Madame Kavarian, the girl with the eye patch, I did find her quite scared. She intimidated me a bit.
What a nothing villain.
I know. She
doesn't do anything.
She kind of come out of nowhere. There's no relevance. But no, the one thing to scare Series 6 is the big dolls.
Oh yeah,
the little two.
I will say.
Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me.
That though, so although the Weeping Angels were the only ones of Moffat's creation that actually scared me as a kid, I'm surprised I was never scared by the gas mask zombies.
Yeah,
like that comes up a lot.
Yeah. It is. I
think it's because it has a really happy ending.
Yeah,
it ends really upbeat.
Yes.
So you kind of feel like, oh yeah, it's a little bit creepy.
Yeah.
But they all live.
Yeah.
Everybody lives. But I will say Moffat is the master of taking the mundane and turning it into something terrifying. He did it then with Shadows, with Ash and Arada.
Oh, actually, did scare me.
Yeah. In Series 10, Water.
Water's about it's fair, you can't say that's not scary.
Series 10 with the pilot where it's like the puddle stuff, and it's just like
you're
gonna make kids terrified to drink water.
That's true. That's true. I mean, the Zygons are a bit scary. I mean, I don't go, oh my god,
it's classic.
They're ugly. You know, I find ugly scary actually. If an alien's ugly, I'm like, I don't want to touch that. That scares me a bit. But in general, like horror films I don't find scary. Like I know the ghost is just. But I also think I don't know.
As you grow up as well, I think and this is probably why we get along a lot. Actually.
Yeah.
Like I'm really into film and TV.
Yeah.
And I'm also really into like the behind the scenes stuff. Like how they make it.
Yeah.
So once you see how they make it, you're suddenly exposed to that thing of like, well, I know it's not real anymore.
Things that scare me is I know it could actually happen. Like I saw this film about
true crime stuff.
I saw this film where this couple camped in America, and then there was a big bear outside their tent.
Yeah,
and
stuff like that is terrifying.
They was like, crap, what? They can't do anything. The bear noticed them, started walking over to them, and started like humming like, and they were like, oh my God, in his tent, like, oh god. I was like, wow, that scared me.
We hope you enjoyed part 1 of the very first episode of the Whovian Society, a Doctor Who podcast. Stay tuned later this week for part 2.